I'm Amy Dietgraf, and I teach Human Growth and Development in the Early Childhood Pathway. Human Growth and Development is the class where you get to take the baby simulator home for the weekend and experience what it's like to be a parent to a newborn. In this course, you'll learn about the physical, mental, emotional, and social growth and development of humans from conception to old age, with special emphasis on birth through school age children. We cover life stages and specifically look at the prenatal and birth processes, fundamentals of children's emotional and physical development, and appropriate care of children. If you think you might be interested in working with children in the future, in the medical field, or even being a parent someday, or you might think the content is interesting, this would be a great class for you. Some of the projects we do aside from the baby project are using the empathy bellies to simulate what it feels like to be pregnant, exercising using a maternity workout, and writing a nutrition plan, creating a baby registry, interviewing a parent, writing a birth plan, hosting guest speakers as they are available. I'm going to tell you about the FADE pathway. FADE stands for Fashion, Apparel, and Interior Design. In the FADE class, which stands for the same thing, you'll learn about design and fashion, as well as interior architecture and decorating. We cover the elements and principles of design, mood boards, color, entrepreneurship, designing and drawing floor plans, drawing croquis, and digital and physical portfolios, as well as design boards. We do as much hands-on learning as possible, and our classwork is largely project-based. Some examples of projects you'll complete in my class are doing a scavenger hunt around the school to find the elements and principles of design in a physical setting, creating a unique 3D color wheel, designing your own fashion or interior design business, designing a room and clothes, making models and design boards, and taking field trips as they're available. In fashion trends, it is all about fashion. You will learn about the fashion cycle, sustainability, trends throughout time, as well as the apparel design industry. Our classwork is largely project-based, and we do as much hands-on learning as possible. Some examples of projects that are completed in this class are the edible color wheel, client projects, designing clothes, creating inspiration boards, a fashion designer museum, repurposing clothing, and a project runway-inspired trash bag fashion show. In Apparel Production 1, we learn about hand sewing and machine sewing, as well as the foundation of textiles, terminology, and identification. In Apparel 2, you have to have taken Apparel 1 first, but if it's offered the second semester of your freshman year, you could still take it. In Apparel 2, we learn about more in depth about the textiles, the analysis and comparison of those, as well as a refresher on the terminology of machine and hand sewing. You'll learn how to use our embroidery machine so you can embroider projects if you would like. Students are also encouraged to try making different projects using different stitching resources such as cross-stitching, knitting, crocheting, things like that. We're super excited to have you. See you soon.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Ming and I'm the culinary instructor here at Eisenhower High School. In the restaurant pathway and event management pathway, our school offers 4 different classes. These classes are Culinary Essentials, Baking and Pastry, Culinary Arts, and then finally Culinary Applications. The first class you take here is Culinary Essentials. In this class, students begin learning some of the basics in the culinary world. We begin with measuring, learning equipment names, and how to read recipes. Students will be able to also have the chance to learn their ServSafe Food Handler Certificate. That allows them to work in the food industry. This is a great opportunity to start your cooking career. Not every student will become a chef, but everyone will be a cook for themselves at some point. It is an important skill to have. During baking and pastry, students become pastry chefs each and every day. They learn important methods such as the biscuit method and the muffin method. They create cakes and pastries as well. Students develop their own bakery at the end of the semester to include everything they have learned throughout the year. This is a creative class that allows students to dive into their own sweet creations and develop a well-rounded pastry knowledge along the way. Culinary Arts is not only sweets, but everything in between. We learn about sauces, soups, breads, sandwiches, spices, meats, candy making, and much more. Culinary Arts students develop a wide range of knowledge to help them better understand the kitchen as well as the industry. They develop an understanding of the science principles that create our everyday foods. The last class is Culinary Applications, our final class and most difficult class. This is a competition class in which students compete against other teams in Kansas. For the culinary competition, they are given a little less than 2 months to create a 5-star appetizer, entree, and dessert. Our school has a partnership with Chef Ben George from WSU Tech. Our team competes at the end of March. After they complete the class, They have a portion of the class where they continue with many project-based labs and assignments. The management team, they have the same timeline as the culinary team, but they are developing a restaurant concept, including floor plans, the menu, the interior decor, and even how to market their business. This is a great experience for students who are interested in that business side of our industry, as well as those who are drawn to a challenge. Thank you.